Your headlines synthesized and verified. This is Neural Newscast.
Neural Newscast Global. I'm Andrew Lindbeck. Urgent news from the breaking desk. Videos of the shooting of Charlie Kirk spread widely on social platforms within hours, prompting public warnings. I'm joined by Sarah Wheaton.
Videos of Charlie Kirk's shooting spread rapidly across social platforms, drawing millions of views within hours. Clips first appear on X, then surge on Instagram, Threads, YouTube, and Telegram. View counts climb into the millions as users repost and comment in real time. Moderation teams flag the footage and assess potential policy violations. Law enforcement agencies review the videos for evidence and timeline clues. The spread fuels confusion and elevates public concern about political violence. Officials urge caution. Do not share graphic content, a state public safety office warns. This is Sarah Wheaton for Neural Newscast.
Now, a look at the political landscape. What investigators and university officials have released about the shooting and its wider implications for campus safety. Cassandra Joyce has more on this.
Charlie Kirk, 31, is shot while speaking at Utah Valley University. Police secure the campus and say the suspect is in custody. Officials have not released a motive. Kirk is a conservative activist and the founder of Turning Point USA, a right-leaning youth organization. His events often draw protests, which supporters call free speech engagement and critics view as divisive. One perspective in an ongoing debate over campus politics and safety. University leaders urge calm and cooperation with investigators. Authorities plan updates as they verify details and review security procedures.
Officials confirm Charlie Kirk has died after the shooting, with reactions across the political spectrum. International headlines coming up. NATO jets intercepted and shot down Russian drones over Polish airspace, prompting Allied reassurances to Poland. Let's hear from Monica Kellen.
NATO fighter jets shoot down Russian drones that enter Polish airspace. The alliance says the intercepts protect NATO territory and civilians near the border. Poland reports no injuries or damage. The incident heightens tensions as Russia wages war in neighboring Ukraine. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg urges stronger European defenses, saying, "We must invest more and act faster." Allies reiterate their Article 5 commitment to defend Poland. Military planners review air defenses and alert levels, while Warsaw coordinates with NATO command on next steps.
Analysts say the drone barrage over Poland was a probe of NATO and U.S. response, raising questions about long-term support. Israel says it struck Hamas operatives in Doha, complicating diplomacy with Qatar and widening regional tensions. Samuel Green joins us with the latest.
Israel says it targets Hamas operatives in Doha, escalating the conflict beyond Gaza. Officials cite retaliation for earlier Hamas attacks and stalled Gaza truce talks as key drivers. Analysts say leaders seek to pressure Hamas and signal that sanctuary abroad offers no safety. The strike comes as ceasefire negotiations drag and hostages remain held. Qatar hosts talks and Hamas leaders, complicating diplomacy. The operation risks straining ties with Doha and partners, while widening the battlefield and hardening positions on both sides. This is Samuel Green for Neural Newscast.
Stay ahead with NNC, Neural Newscast. Subscribe, share, and revisit our archives at nnewscast.com.
A look at what's new in technology. The Federal Trade Commission has opened a sweeping inquiry into how AI chatbots protect children online. I'm joined by Kara Swift.
The Federal Trade Commission opens a broad inquiry into how AI chatbots protect children online. The agency requests detailed information from 6 major tech companies about monitoring and blocking harms to minors. It seeks policies on age verification, data collection, parental controls, and handling of sexual content and bullying. The review also examines how companies respond to complaints and disclose risks to families. The inquiry covers design choices that may entice children to overshare or stay engaged too long. The FTC says it aims to prevent unfair or deceptive practices.
OpenAI has signed a massive pact with Oracle to build US AI data centers, accelerating model capacity and raising energy questions. I'm joined by Benjamin Carter.
OpenAI signs a $300 billion pact with Oracle to build US AI data centers. The funding covers more than half of OpenAI's planned facilities over the coming years. These sites power training and deployment of large language models at massive scale. More centers mean faster models, lower latency, and broader access. They also mean huge electricity demand and advanced chip procurement. Oracle supplies cloud infrastructure and data center expertise to accelerate build-out. OpenAI says the investment supercharges capacity, positioning US AI development for the next wave of growth. This is Benjamin Carter for Neural Newscast.
Now let's report on the economy. Merck has cancelled a planned £1 billion expansion in the UK, a setback for the country's drug sector and jobs. For a science update, here's what's new. Gravitational-wave detectors now confirm a Hawking prediction. The total event horizon area never decreases. Nathaniel Cohen joins us with the latest.
After a decade of upgrades, gravitational-wave detectors now confirm a core prediction by Stephen Hawking. Teams analyzing black hole mergers find that the total event horizon area never decreases. That matches Hawking's area theorem. The result draws on hundreds of detections by giant interferometers. Improves sensitivity and calibration, push errors down and confidence up. Physicists say this locks in general relativity in the strongest gravity regime yet. One researcher calls it a milestone for black hole thermodynamics.
Researchers decode how cells detect faulty genetic messages, with implications for disease and therapies. Let's hear from Amelia Richardson.
Cells run a strict quality check on genetic messages to prevent harmful proteins. The process, called nonsense-mediated mRNA decay, scans messenger RNA blueprints for errors and tags faulty ones for destruction. That stops incomplete proteins that can disrupt growth or fuel cancer. NMD operates in every human cell and works continuously. Scientists see it as a frontline defense in development and disease. Understanding this pathway could guide new treatments that boost NMD to block toxic proteins or dial it back when normal messages are mistakenly removed. This is Amelia Richardson for Neural Newscast.
I'll look at the latest in health and science. U.S. aid for HIV prevention to mixed-status couples has dried up, creating new risks for serodiscordant partners. Let's hear from Laura Navarro.
U.S. aid that supplied HIV prevention to mixed-status couples dries up. These serodiscordant partners, one positive, one negative, now face tougher choices. Many relied on free condoms and daily medication to stay safe. Losing that support increases risk, stress, and stigma at home. Clinics report more missed refills and fewer counseling visits. People ask how to pay or whether to stop intimacy altogether. One woman says, "We did everything right. Now what?" Public health workers urge immediate funding to restore access and prevent new infections. This is Laura Navarro for Neural Newscast.
Environmental challenges and solutions ahead. Scientists debate geoengineering proposals to slow polar ice melt, weighing risks and governance concerns. I'm joined by Samuel Green.
Scientists intensify a high-stakes debate over geoengineering as polar ice melts at a record pace. Researchers weigh interventions to slow warming at the poles, including pumping seawater onto ice to refreeze and releasing reflective aerosols to cool sunlight. Supporters say targeted trials could protect ecosystems and buy time. Critics warn of unknown risks, geopolitical tensions, and abrupt climate side effects. Many call for strict governance, transparent experiments, and emissions cuts first. One researcher says no option is risk-free, urging careful testing before any large-scale deployment.
Game results and big plays coming up. 13 college basketball players at 6 schools face allegations tied to gambling schemes affecting game integrity. Let's hear from Thomas Golding.
13 men's college basketball players at 6 schools face allegations of gambling schemes, including point shaving and manipulating games. The NCAA says the activity spans multiple seasons and involves wagers tied to player performance and final margins. Investigators flag suspicious betting patterns and potential improper contacts. Sanctions could include suspensions, vacated wins, and loss of eligibility. The NCAA that targets athletes a serious threat to competition integrity. This is Thomas Golding for Neural Newscast.
A look at what's happening in entertainment. MoMA reboots its new photography series with artists expanding the form through archives and performance. Turning to Lydia Holmes for details.
MoMA marks 40 years of its new photography series with a global reboot. 13 artists and collectives from 3 continents present works that stretch beyond traditional prints, blending archives, performance, and installation. The show explores shared histories, social ties, and creative resurrection, curators say. It reframes photography as a living practice, not a static object, and invites visitors to move, listen, and look differently across cultures and generations. This is Lydia Holmes for Neural Newscast.
For the latest, we check in with our breaking news team. That concludes our top stories for this edition of NNC Daily News. Daniel Fletcher joins us with the latest.
We're monitoring these developments and will update as officials release verified details.
This has been another Neural Newscast production. Join us again soon, and visit nnewscast.com to explore today's news as well as the past like never before. Neural Newscast merges real and AI-generated voices to ensure rapid, high-quality news production. Our content is created using advanced AI models and rigorously reviewed by humans for accuracy and fairness. Despite efforts to prevent AI errors, occasional inaccuracies may occur. We encourage listeners to cross-check critical details with trusted sources. Read about our AI transparency at nnewscast.com.